Hi everyone, Jennifer here for Bella TV. This evening we have a very special edition of Bella TV as we literally get to sit down with England's royalty, the 8th Lord and Lady Carnarvon of Highclere Castle Estate, as they introduce their new gin in addition to their very successful cigar line. You may recognize the location of Highclere Estate from the hit TV show Downton Abbey. In addition, they get all of their ingredients and all of their herbs for the gin right there at the estate. So tonight I'm going to sit down at the Soho Grand Hotel here in New York City with England's royalty, Lord and Lady Carnarvon of Highclere Estate. So very nice to meet you both. This is a beautiful event so far. So tell me about, I know you already have the cigar line that's been very successful, and now you're launching a new gin for 2019, correct? Was that just a natural progression going from a cigar to a spirit? Is a gin something that you've always wanted to get into?
Actually, when we first met Adam Gukin, it was actually originally around the idea of a spirits idea, because we're still farming ourselves at Highclere, and it was about grain to a product. But in the meanwhile, we got maybe sidetracked, but it's turned out well into the cigar idea, which is more about farming in Central America than at Highclere. But it's still based on the idea of a fantastic quality product with an amazing provenance of fine cigars that goes all the way back to my great-great-grandfather's time. So then we moved on to the botanicals we grow in the orangery, which Fiona can tell you more about, which is the basis for the gin recipe that we're all enjoying this evening.
Well, I was going to ask, I know the herbs and the fruit rinds are all taken from the estate, so it's quite literally a homegrown brand that you have going. Is that something that's very important to you, incorporating that into the brand?
It is. I think it gives it authenticity. It's where it comes from. It's real. And I think it's lovely to know where you eat and drink, where it does come from. So it's made in the gin's made in one of the oldest gin factories in England. And we have a beautiful orangery with lemons and limes, and we have a healing herb garden and lavender. So it's with all those thoughts about, bringing those herbs and everything together. So we've been tasting gin for about 9 months to try and get that. And the project has been in the background for the last 2 years as we bring the right team together to get behind it. And I think it's really exciting. And the bottle's beautiful and different, and the box is different, and the stories are great.
Well, I just tasted it. It's very smooth. It's very good gin. I feel like even for maybe someone who isn't a gin drinker, it goes down very smoothly. Did you have New York in mind initially when you were launching this? Is there a reason why you want to do kind of this kickoff event for the New York market?
One of the key things we wanted was that before you've even sipped the gin, we wanted the nose to be absolutely right, and you get a taste of the botanicals before you even sipped it. And we didn't therefore want overpowering alcohol. We wanted to get people to really get the flavors. And when we were choosing the final product, that was a key thing that was part of it. So I'm absolutely delighted with how that's turned out in the end.
The answer is that it's been a joy to start in New York, and America is such an amazing, extraordinary, and enormous country, but there is so much history between New York and London. So it's been fantastic to begin our journey here, and I hope people will enjoy it.
Definitely. So one exciting thing that I wanted to ask you about is that the very popular show Downton Abbey is also filmed at the estate. Has that played a big part in the success of the cigars and the gin? And it's become a very big pop culture phenomenon right now. So how do you feel that kind of weighs in with your brand and your product?
I think it's given us a great marketing platform and a huge help. The Highclere Castle cigars haven't mentioned Downton Abbey, so it's been very interesting for us that we've tried to bring the castle up as well as the abbey out, real and fictional. And with the gin as well, we're going forward on, I hope, the traditions, but the pleasure and the enjoyment that Downton Abbey has given so many millions of Americans on television. I hope they'll have a gin while they're watching the film. So it's all together.
The outline image of the building, which is always used when the show fades to the adverts, and it's also our outline image on the cigars and on the drawing on the gin bottle. I think that's become etched on people's mind as a glorious, romantic place, and we want glorious, romantic, quality products to go with the image of Highclere for people to enjoy around the world, really.
Well, congratulations. As I said, it tastes fabulous. I'm very excited for the launch. Of course, cheers.